104.1 KRBE. Let's get started. It's the Roula and Ryan Show.
Wake up, fool!
Hey, wake up!
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Right here.
Featuring Eric.
Eric, he is a bad, bad man.
Special K.
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
And Sam.
I am a wuss! I am a wuss!
You've waited long enough.
How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula. And
Ding dong.
Ryan. 104.1 KRBE.
Good morning, Houston, Texas.
Wants to party?
It's Friday. It's Friday, November the 8th of 2024, and it's 6:02 a.m. with the gang. Rula, Ryan, Eric, Special K.
Eric, you were mentioning something about a update to closure. Do you remember the young lady who had her
Oh, she didn't know
hookup?
she was pregnant or not.
Yeah.
3 days in Galveston with this dude that she found out was pregnant.
I talked to her was it Friday?
It was
Have so much
Tanya.
time.
We talked to her on Wednesday.
It was Tanya. We talked to
Originally, she
Tanya
told
on
us on Wednesday.
It was yesterday. It was email. I didn't talk to her yet.
She'd hooked up with Kyle. He was married.
She found out later he was married.
So I wanted to see if she did a test to have her on today, but she didn't do that yet.
Okay, but she's
So-
So I'm hoping Monday.
okay.
I'm hoping she'll do it this weekend, and then we can talk to her Monday.
I wouldn't
well,
imagine
you'll
why
find
you
out.
wouldn't.
I'm not
I
going to
mean,
put
you
pressure on
really
it.
want to
but I'm just
know.
trying-
Yeah.
I'm like, there is technology. There is things. I got her a list.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
Nope, not at
So
all.
if you want to be part of anything that we do here on the Rule and Ryan Show, go to krbe.com. And I told you we'd give you more info on what we're going to be doing next week at this time. So instead of being in this studio, we will be in the concourse of Energy Center. And we're going to broadcast live for the Nutcracker Ballet's Nutcracker Market, the Houston Ballet's Nutcracker Market, because they put on the Nutcracker Ballet. And you know, it's funny. The first time I went there, and when I used to hear about it before I ever went to this market, I go, okay, so is it like a lot of ballerinas that walk around, or like what
That's the
happens
thing.
there?
You hear that, you focus, you don't realize.
Right. And it is the Houston Ballet which puts on the Nutcracker Ballet, right? The Nutcracker Ballet.
Yeah.
So all of the proceeds go to the organization, the Houston Ballet. And not everything. I mean, there's a percentage they take of the booths, and this is a very revered market. I mean, I remember even this chick that we had seen at the market one year was on Shark Tank, and her big thing was, well, I do this market in Texas, and I made $130,000 in 3 days at this
Whoa.
market. And she was talking about the Nutcracker Market. And I remember we had bought her cake on the first night. I was like, oh, this is a pretty good cake. It was these tins of this like red velvet or chocolate or whatever it was. And it was really good. But she was selling them for like, I think $45 a cake. And I thought, oh, these are kind of pricey. The next day, she had dropped them down to $30. And I had to go back to get another cake. And I go, oh, they're $30 now? And she goes, yeah. I go, oh, well, I already bought 2 of them. So you guys should get a free cake then? And then she's like, no.
You trying to haggle?
I was like, I mean, you dropped some. I paid you all that money yesterday, and now you're telling me it's $15 off of that.
Why did you drop them?
I guess she didn't really move them as much as she thought on the first day.
Okay.
And so then she had them at 30, and anyway, they were fine. But she ended up, I think she folded or something. I got to look her up. But there are all these different people who, you know, the market goers know where to find them. And, you know, since COVID, it did change a lot. The cherry people don't come anymore, Eric.
I know. That's
Cherry Republic. I used to always know exactly where they were.
Go to the left,
Yeah.
all the way near the
In
end.
corner,
What was Cherry
across from
Republic?
Cherry
Henley Market.
sours,
It was,
cherry,
called
everything.
Cherry Republic, cherry salsa, cherry barbecue sauce, chocolate covered cherries.
Ooh, I've never had
milk
cherry
chocolate
salsa.
covered cherries, dried cherries,
So
cherry
good.
trail mix, everything cherry. And they were right across from the Henley Market, which is in Galveston on the Strand. I love
That
those
song.
ladies; they're so
Oh,
sweet.
Cherry. So good.
Sherry.
That's what they put there.
And then Paul Michael, of course.
Would it be funny if they hired somebody just to sing those?
Just all
Yeah,
the
right. They were
Cherry
the ones
Sherry
that would,
parodies.
it was before COVID, and so they would have tons of like sample, you know, offerings
Yeah.
out, and people would just like go crazy for these offers of cherries.
I'd always run into our friend Carla Harrington.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
always see
she's the
Carla. It's
best.
like our
There.
it's like our reunion. And then in the right side of the market for years, Paul Michael had taken over like the entire corner with furniture and all that. But now I think he does Round Top. Did you see that Round Top, Kev?
No.
Paul
Oh,
Michael?
I've got that coming up in a story for news. I
About
actually
Paul Michael?
no, but Round Top is doing something this weekend. This weekend they're having their inaugural film festival. It's going to be going on all weekend. 40 different films along with panels and parties to kick off the festival. You can go to roundtopfilm.org.
Where's that?
In Round Top. That's,
You just lost Eric. He fell asleep.
Yeah.
yeah.
You said
It's like-
film festival
it's
and
like-
Round Top.
It's like their
I know.
version of like, you
He
know.
goes, I'm going to drive 3
Too
hours to
far
go to
to
a
watch
film
movies?
festival when I can go to
No,
one
I mean,
here.
you hear about like, you know, the Sundance and the Cannes and all this and that. So they're having their own film festival. It's Round Top Film Festival.
Utah
this
has the one.
weekend.
What's the Sundance? You said
Sundance,
a
yeah. I
big
think
one,
that's the
right?
Robert Redford one, yeah.
That's the place we were at, Roula, right? In Utah, Park City.
Oh, yeah.
Like the week before we got there.
You can also see where they had the Olympics and the slalom.
Are they getting that again?
The slalom.
Is Utah getting
Yeah.
the Olympics again?
I don't know.
They already have the stuff
Are
set up.
there different drinking laws there?
Yes, because Eric and I had to be present together to buy a bottle of wine. You had to call me down from my room and say, "Can you come down here and stand here with me so I can buy this bottle of wine?"
And they open it and they had to pour it in a glass.
Yeah, you couldn't just take the closed bottle of wine.
What?
Yeah.
In the gift shop, they had a
That was
bottle
at a
of wine.
hotel. Maybe it's different rules.
It's different rules at
Why do
different
two
bars
people-
and restaurants.
That's just the
Yeah.
thing.
Why does buying a bottle require two people?
Because
Or any alcohol.
one person should not drink a bottle of wine. I'm like, you've not met people in Houston.
No.
I know, it's pretty unbelievable.
I'm pretty sure it's in the Bible. You're not supposed
Yeah.
to do that.
Well,
In the Bible, you
At
drink
least
jugs
in
and
the
jugs of
Bible.
wine. What are you
Sunday's till
talking about?
noon. You can't do that.
Bible loves their wine, okay?
Does
Y'all,
that change, by the way?
on.
Has that one changed?
What?
We buy beer
the
on
Sunday
Sundays
laws? I don't know.
before noon.
We'll look it up. I don't think it's
Maybe they
changed.
change it for football.
Sometimes I want some gin on a Sunday.
It can't get any harder.
I never understood that. So you
That's why I
can't
tell my
buy-
wife. That's why I buy so much. You never
Yeah.
know.
Oh, you're stockpiling
You
for
never know.
Sundays.
What if you want to drink on a Sunday?
Oh, my God. Okay, coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, you celebrate people's lives when they come to an end and you hear somebody pass. Y'all, Elwood Edwards passed away. We should definitely drink to his life, celebrate his life.
Who is Elwood Edwards?
Every one of us knows him.
Oh, yeah.
Every one of us knows Elwood
Oh.
Edwards. What? All of a sudden you know it, Ryan? You're like, oh.
I think I just remember.
No, you didn't just remember. You're going to guess, and I'm going to tell you if you're right.
The reason I know is because I've read the story today and I realized who it was.
And you're like, who's Elwood Edwards? You'll know when I tell you.
Legally Blonde?
No, that's Elle Woods.
That's what I
Actually,
thought
that's
at
funny.
first.
That's exactly what I was
Edwards.
thinking. I knew
Elle
it.
Woods.
I saw Sam's brain thinking over there.
Here's-
Like, I see smoke.
I saw the story too.
Look, she did. She knows. That's why she's being quiet over there. Here's your weather for today.
It's going to be partly cloudy.
And it's still not fall.
No, it's going to be up to like 84.
And it's still not fall.
It's going to be like 84 degrees today. Not exactly Christmas sweater weather.
Not
but
even fall feels weather. Can we just already
Humid.
have that? Please, can somebody pull the seal off of the cold jug and let the air out?
I'm staying overnight at the Renaissance Festival next weekend. I need it to be medium. I don't want it to be cold
He's got a
yet.
kilt, so.
Get that fur on you.
You got
I
the
will. I
fur?
will literally have fur on
That
me.
animal
It's
skin you're
Barbarian
gonna sleep
weekend.
under.
For underwear.
Yeah, exactly. We'll
You're
be
giving
back
me
with
ideas.
Scoop on the Roula and Ryan Show.
104.1 KRBE. Back to the Roula and Ryan Show.
Coming up next in Celebrity Scoop.
Oh my gosh, Elwood Edwards, not Elle Woods. That's Legally Blonde, but Elwood Edwards passed away, and everybody knows him. He was such an icon for us, especially if you were growing up and learning, what the hell do I need this thing for?
And if you grew up in the 90s, you know 100%.
God, you couldn't escape this guy. We'll talk about
This
it
guy
after
sucks.
Billy Eilish.
No, he doesn't.
Birds of a Feather on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Is Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
On KRBE.
It is brought to you by Taquerias Arandas. Don't forget, 8 o'clock this morning, another chance to crack the code. We will reveal the code that you're going to crack.
The crowd you're going to crack.
Yeah, crack code is
Speaking
crowed.
like Scooby-Doo.
Exactly. So 8 o'clock, we're going to reveal the code. And then 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 5 o'clock, you just be the right caller to tell us what the answer is of this very easy code. And then we'll see you at the Houston Ballet Nutcracker Market next week. It kicks off on Thursday. Preview night is on Wednesday. So really for us, we get a little preview.
You going to do it this Wednesday?
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is that even a question? Of course.
Okay.
I'll be there at 3 o'clock.
the only time I
Maybe
go.
until 7.
I do that on Friday. And my wife and the kids go, like,
Thursday.
because it's so crowded.
It's always good.
So many people having fun.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
good.
I've had my fun Wednesday and Friday.
And you have a chance to also become a finalist for a $1,000 shopping spree at the Houston Ballet Nutcracker Market. If you're going to be there next Friday, we're going to be live in the concourse.
We're going to be kind of where we were last year, but pushed to the left. Like
Okay.
one little pillar
Oh, good.
area.
Closer to the bathroom.
near the escalators.
Farther
or no?
away.
Oh,
'cause
farther
right,
away.
Right now, we always...
We were right in front of the escalator.
Yeah, so we're
Yeah.
back a little bit farther because sometimes it gets loud.
Okay.
Well, it gets loud, and also the snaking lines are out of control crazy when they let the general admission
early
come in
bird,
at 10.
yeah.
I mean, it doesn't take long to get in there, but you have to actually get in there. So the line snakes for a long time. It's a moving line, but it starts to snake around the escalators and then right there
I
in
feel
front
like the
of us
snaking
and to
happens
the
around like
side.
9:30 or so.
Yeah, because the doors open at 10 for general admission.
Okay.
Early birds at 8:30.
All I
why
know is that
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to this because I think part of the reason I was up half the night, my ugly Christmas sweater. Every year it's a tradition for me now where I try and outdo my ugliness. And I've got this
Good luck
one.
with
Last year was pretty bad.
That was
but
really ugly
This
last
year
year.
is even uglier.
I don't remember what last year's was.
It was Santa sitting on a chimney, and it looked like he was pooping down the chimney,
Oh, my Lord.
reading the newspaper. But this year, this one has lights. And all night long, I kept seeing these lights. I thought there's a cop or something outside. I'm like,
Oh, it was turned on.
it's
Turned
my
on a battery.
sweater. Yeah. No, there's no switch on it. It just basically lights up if there's any movement. So if the AC is blowing it, all of a sudden it'll start lighting up. And I'm like, oh, God.
If you haven't seen the end of the Emily in Paris, there is a Christmas episode where she has the sweaters.
Oh, yeah.
And she gives it to the French people, and they look at her like, Pshaw, you weird
I'd like to
American."
believe that people in
Posh.
Europe aren't so have sticks up
Snobby.
their butts.
They had total sticks up their butts on Emily in Paris when she goes, look, it's an ugly Christmas sweater.
Yeah.
And they go, and you wear this on purpose?
Does anyone know? Are people in like France, like us,
Yes,
crazy
they're
for
snobby.
Christmas?
No, they're snobby.
They're all
I
snobby?
don't know. I've been there
Do
once.
they enjoy
mean-
Christmas like us, and they do the crazy sweaters? And they
Each
have-
one of us has been to Paris, and wouldn't we all
I
agree?
haven't been.
I have not been.
No,
I
Well,
don't
I
like
mean,
it.
Eric, Roula, and myself, we
But
have
not
been.
together.
Not together, but
That would
my
be nice.
general
Road
experience
trip.
was they were very uptight and snooty.
My experience was if you don't try to speak French at least a little bit, they refuse to talk to you. But maybe it's changed in the last few years. I'll have to go back and check on that. How about you, Eric? You went,
I've been
what,
twice.
2 years?
Yeah, I was there
Ago?
last year. Not this
And when you
summer.
walked in and said, hey, do you know where I get a football game on TV around here?
Buongiorno. It's not even
Hey,
the right language.
buongiorno. That's Italian.
I said the wrong language.
You sound like Brad Pitt from that war movie.
I'm not even in the right country.
Okay, let's
No,
get to
they're
the
nice.
sad news of the day, but it's a celebration of life. So where's the booze? Get the Glühwein, Special K. Elwood Edwards passed away on Tuesday, one day shy of his 75th birthday. And if you were a 90s kid, this is the first email address you had when Elwood Edwards was hired to say for AOL, "You've got mail."
You've got mail.
That's him.
I thought it was an AI.
Nope, that's him.
don't think they had
He was
it.
paid
Yeah, I like that.
$200 in 1989 to record 4 lines. Welcome, you've got mail, file's done, and goodbye. He worked for many years as a graphics and camera operator at a TV station in Cleveland, and he was also working as an Uber driver as recently as 2016.
Ooh, I guess
He was
the-
still
the
driving.
residuals.
2016. So, what do you mean still driving? That was like almost 10 years ago.
No,
So
2016, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Not
that's
that
8
old.
years
Was he
ago.
80?
No, he was in his
79?
60s,
He
still
was
driving Uber
70.
then.
He was one day shy of his 75th birthday, so it's
Okay.
65. Yeah.
It's not like he's 90.
Yeah. So yeah, that's. I mean, you grew up with that, and I said when AOL came out, for those that are not Gen X, they would send you a CD in the mail, and it said America Online. And you're like, what do I do with this?
You get free 20 minutes.
Was it 20 minutes? I don't know how much
Something
you
like that.
got.
What did you do with the CD?
And then you put it into your giant tower for your computer, and it would give you access to the internet. This was AOL's access portal to the internet. And then you're like, what are you going to do this? When they started out, my sister and I were like, I don't know what this is. Because you remember, we're like unattended children because there's 5 of us, and we had a family restaurant. So there's nobody ever home. So we get this thing, and we put it in the computer, and then it wants you to make an email address.
Exactly.
And then we're like, what? I remember me and my sister were like, what are we going to do with that? Like, what are we ever going to get
It
in
doesn't
there?
make sense, yeah.
And then she's like, I don't know. And it wants us to make like a username. I go, what's our username going to be? So we just morphed our names into one name, and I guess we'll just share it.
What was your name?
Well, if I tell you now, I can't give it out because it's still she
Oh, it's
still
still
uses it
active?
for dead stuff. Like, you know, she'll
Mine
still like.
was terrible and it was stupid. And
What
my
was yours?
mother was like, your grandmother is going to be ashamed.
Why?
It was
What did you
something
pick,
nasty.
Kevin?
It was KDog69.
Oh my god!
I am not surprised.
Of
Oh, my
course.
Lord.
And then, and you know, you mentioned make up an email address. Well, I
Yes.
kept getting CDs in the mail, so I'd add in G to the end of KDog. So by the last CD, I was like KDog with 4 G's, 69 at AOL.com.
You trying to make that your nickname?
That's
your friends?
K-Dog.
No,
K-Dog.
When
no,
you
I
went
don't
to
think
the
my
clubs?
friends had an email address.
I mean, no,
I
I'm
was
just like at school. Like, hey, guys, call me
K-Dog.
K-Dog.
Call me
man.
K-Dog.
Or you tell a friend, hey,
K-Dog.
start calling me K-Dog. Maybe the others will catch on.
Yeah, catch on. T-Bone and K-Dog.
But then, I mean, I guess that was probably, I don't know, middle school?
Yeah, something like that. So,
You know,
it is
it
just
felt
so
right at
funny
the
how
time.
it felt so foreign to us. I mean, I remember really, we just sat there and looked at us, and it wasn't like a 10-second conversation. It was like a couple of minutes. We were like, what are we going to do with this email address? Like, who's going to ever send us anything there? Like, who do we send it to? I don't even understand. It's dumb. Let's just share it and see what happens.
That's
And
what's
now
amazing.
we know, oh my God.
There was chat
email.
rooms, though, that you could get into, and I could
Yes.
A lot of people
finally...
did the chat rooms, yeah.
Yeah, you could finally
What were
what,
chat
Kevin?
rooms like?
Wait,
I never
you could
did
finally
that.
what, Kevin?
I didn't do it, but-
You could finally what,
Say
Kevin?
hello to new people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
chat
old
rooms?
men.
Were they
Don't
like?
Tell me that
Even back
at the
then,
time.
They
I
were
didn't.
100%
I didn't
old
know.
men. That's what all
What
the
were they used
girlfriends and I
for?
were
You couldn't
messaging.
You couldn't send a picture. I mean, if you did, you'd have to like go to lengths to
These
get a
guys
picture
would
scanned
send
in.
pictures all the time.
But
Well,
you
maybe-
had a
you-
more advanced childhood,
Yeah.
Sam. You're like 10
We
years
didn't have
behind.
cameras.
So
The things I saw as
your
a child
Oh, my God.
from AOL.
So
Hold on,
you're
but
in a
your
chat room?
graphics were way faster. They weren't like building line by line,
No.
pixelating.
Pixelated.
We had like the dial-up where we had to unplug the house phone
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then plug,
Oh,
like
my.
take the cord and run it through.
Hope
and
nobody
then
calls
plug
you
it
because
there.
they'll kick you
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So the chat rooms
But-
were a way to like date or meet people.
Or just in
To meet
general, just talk to
people.
people.
Just meet
There were
people.
chat rooms.
Fan
Like,
clubs did it.
Yes.
Everyone. Like,
Yeah.
like
like
a
there were
certain
Greek
team.
American kids that were my age that had the same life as me, where our parents were off the boat Greeks. Like there was a chat room for all these Greek American kids, most of them from Chicago, Eric. I don't
Yep.
know. Most of these Greeks from my part of the world went
Like-
to Chicago.
like Glenview.
So we met all these Greeks. And I'm going to tell you something in the tree of trust, because if my kids did this, or Eric's kids did this, or Ryan's kid did this when she was 18, we would lose our minds. So in this chat room, you meet these Greek American kids, and y'all feel like you know each
Allegedly,
other.
yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And they had, whatever. So when I went to New York for the first time, because my sister was a flight attendant, she lived in Hoboken, New Jersey. When I was leaving for the flight, she got called to a flight. So when I landed in New Jersey, she wasn't there. So I had to stay in her place alone. And so my sister's like, oh, why don't you look up Greco 79 or whatever his name is. He lives in like Astoria. That's where all the Greeks are. So I did.
Yeah,
I went to
wow.
the chat room.
You got a friend.
And I was like, oh, hey, I'm in New York. My sister got called in a flight. Maybe we can go have some frappe or something. Frappe is like a Greek iced coffee. He's like, oh, it's cool. I'll meet you there. I don't know anything about
Wait,
this
you
guy.
met a total stranger from a chat room.
Yeah, and so I
And?
I take the cab to the Astoria Coffee House, where he said this is where we hang out. I was 20. Was I 20? I was 22.
Okay.
Or 21. And he was 27. And then he shows up, and it's fine. He wasn't really cute or anything. And then his group of friends are there. And then we eat, just the two of us by ourselves. But his friends were just there.
That's a date.
And then he's like, you want to go to my place so you can see the view of the city? I go, sure, that's fine.
Oh, never go to the
You're
second
sending
location.
signals
I
there.
went to a second location.
Oh, my.
You're looking out the window, and then the reflection, you see him naked.
Shocker of all shockers, men, you tell me this answer. This is how you know, Sam, the man is not attracted to you. Nothing happened. Not that I wanted it to happen.
Yeah.
But he didn't even try.
He could just be respectful as well. There are respectful men.
Yes, he was.
But
very respectful.
you
And he
should
was
not
like,
do what Roula
I
did.
absolutely
Yeah.
should
Most of the
not
time.
do what I did.
Yeah.
Because imagine something happened to me. My mom's like, where's Roula? I don't know. And then my sister was like, oh, I think she met this Greek guy that we thought we knew from a chat room.
Yeah. Yeah.
K-Dog 69.
I mean, this is what we preach on Crime Stoppers, right? With trafficking and kidnapping?
Yeah.
Okay,
You're a
open
bad
phone
girl.
Friday. Anybody do something as dumb as that when the internet came out?
Yes, that
When
might
the
be a
internet
bit.
came
Dumb
out.
things you did when the internet came out.
This is your segment, folks. You guys call it
It's
whatever
only
you
as
want.
good as you make it. 833-390-KRBE. That's 833-390-5723.
Yeah, call us next and we'll talk to you on the Roula and Ryan Show.
It's KRBE.
Let's go.
Back to Roula and
All right,
Ryan.
my friends, 833-390-KRBE is our phone number, and we're asking the question. Well, it's open phone Friday. Talk about what you want. But the sub-question was, what's your crazy, ridiculous story from when the internet was new? Because I said how I met some rando guy that could have killed me or kidnapped me or done more terrible things to me. And I was like, oh, okay, I just think
You
I
were
know
a
you.
wild child.
I mean, it was so dumb that I did that, and I felt like I knew
Well,
it.
it was also new, so we didn't hear stories about killers doing that.
Right,
Yes,
like talking to you like there's somebody in there, and you show up to where they are, and they just
Now we
murder
all
you.
know better.
Yes, and we're talking about chat rooms. John is calling about chat rooms because Special K was saying how like this opened your eyes, Kevin.
It
You met all these
did.
friends in these chat rooms.
I finally met people that were like me, and I could talk about things like
Right.
that.
All over the world.
And so, and also,
Who knows?
I want to remind you before John gives us his story. When AOL first debuted in America, this is also the time of talk shows like Jenny Jones and Rolanda, and it was like a saturation of talk shows like
Ricky
Ricky Lake, and they would talk about like. We've never met before, but we've only talked on the internet, and we're in love. And people just thought that was so insane. And John has a story. Hi,
Oh,
John. Good
okay.
morning.
Hey, John.
Hi. It's really windy where you are. My goodness. Are you in Chicago?
Are you in a wind tunnel?
No, I'm driving. Anyway, so let me start the story. So I met my wife back in '98, right?
Okay.
In an AOL chat room.
What was the chat room called? You always remember the name of the chat room. What was it called?
I don't.
You
I
don't?
can't remember. It's been so long.
Wow.
But anyway,
okay.
I was a single parent with a 2-year-old, right?
Okay.
So I wasn't into the dating thing, so I met her through a chat room, and we've been married since 2001. And our wedding ring actually says, "You got mail" on it.
That's cute. Now, this whole
That is so
conversation
cute.
began because the man who is the voice of You Got Mail passed away.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, we based it off of the movie.
Oh,
right?
yeah, the movie, yeah.
What's that?
Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks.
That old movie.
Yeah, You've got mail.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we have two girls. There's no way that I would ever have them go in a chat room. It's too crazy right now.
Yeah, now that we know.
Chat rooms now, off limits, John. But at the time,
did people
it was so
think
new.
it was strange when you told them back then that you met somebody online?
No.
No? It wasn't taboo?
Her parents weren't too happy about it because being a single parent, meeting someone in a chat room wasn't a good idea, but we're still married.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much
God,
for
they
calling
met
your story. That is so
26
cute.
years ago.
23
I just remember
together.
back then, it was, even when we started this show, it was just like people talked about
It was
how
super
it's
taboo.
weird.
It was looked down upon.
So
Now
here's
everyone
a little,
does it.
Here's a little background of how present this was in our lives as Americans. In 1993, AOL was a dial-up service like you had, Sam, to get email, but to get people hooked on the free trial software, they mailed out millions of CDs that offered hundreds of, quote, free hours. 50% of the CDs in 1998 that were produced worldwide had the AOL logo on it.
Wow.
They were logging in new subscribers at one every 6 seconds. Wow. Because they had put that many CDs out into the world. Like,
But
here,
it's still-
free.
Yeah, but you
That
still
takes a
had
lot
to
of
have...
money. Who did that?
Well,
AOL, the
AOL
company,
did that, but
the
then
CNN or
Verizon
whatever
bought
all that?
AOL in 2015 for $4.4 billion.
Oh, wow. You
It
still had to
exists.
have an internet provider. You couldn't just like
Like
pop a
EV1.net.
CD.
Remember EV1.net?
Oh, yeah.
Dial-up service for $9 a month?
Yeah,
I
but
found
you
this-
couldn't just put a CD in your computer and instantly be on the internet.
No,
you had to be wired.
you had to have a modem. Remember, it was called a modem.
Yeah.
And the modem would dial up and make that sound.
I hear that sound.
Or you'd get a second phone line, right, Ken?
Yes.
You have to call AT&T or whoever your landline
Set up
provider
another
was
one.
and just get a second phone line just for your
That
modem.
does not have call waiting, so you never get knocked off. And I found the CD. It was 1,000 hours free that you could pop into your CD-ROM.
Yes.
CD-ROM. They don't even put those disc changers in computers anymore.
No,
They haven't for a
no.
while.
Or not disc
They never put
changer,
disc changers
but
in
not a disc changer. I
You're
meant
thinking of,
the tray, the disc tray.
The
The
CD-ROM.
CD-ROM tray.
Yeah.
I thought I was a baller in like the 90s because I had a 5-disc changer in my room.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it spun around.
Yeah, the carousel.
Mhm. If you had it in your trunk, I mean, you were something.
Oh, I had the
Even
trunk.
more so, you could put it in that glove box.
Oh,
have
yeah, you had
access
room
right there.
or underneath your seat.
So you know
Yeah.
they're rich.
Somewhere
But you
there.
still had to usually get out to change a CD.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, I remember when we first started the show, I still had that car. Remember? It was a Saturn. Remember the car I had?
Yeah.
The gray
Yeah.
Saturn?
Whatever.
I remember that.
It had a 10-disc changer in the trunk of the car.
Okay, let me tell y'all how.
Pioneer face plates you take off.
Oh, yeah.
My
yeah.
faceplate still comes on.
Oh,
my
yeah, the faceplate.
Look at you, MacGruber.
You know how like you get stuck in your ways and you just do not want change? I am 100% the person that waves that flag on this show because you guys are like the first ones like, oh, look at this new technology. I'm like, no, I like this. I'm going
I'll
to
just learn. I got to embrace it because I don't want to be behind.
Yeah, you have to embrace it, right? Okay, so when I was shopping for a new car in 2005, I remember the dealership said, because I was like, well, there's a CD changer in there, right? Because 2005, they're still doing that. And I wanted a disc changer. And he was like, okay, well, we could put that probably like in the trunk or the glove box. We'll figure it out. But actually, this car is advanced and it has a plug-in for MP3s.
Oh.
I mean, he may as well have told me I have 4 heads. I'm like, you want me to do what? No, because remember the iPod came out like in 2003 and people were listening to music on Apple iPods and you could just plug in the iPod and have all these songs at your fingertips. And I just like, I cannot do that while I'm driving. That is distracting. No, I need the CD changer. And I remember
funny.
like the conversation in the dealership with the guy, like, really? Because this plug-in is so easy if you have an iPod. I go, no, I really need the disc changer.
You still need to page through your CDs. You know, you had that soft page through thing with all the CDs in it.
I heard Ed Sheeran talking to Conan O'Brien the other day, and he was saying the reason why people like his age love Spotify and love just buying like one song is because back then they charged $22, and these bands we only had like 2 good songs,
Right.
and the rest was just crap. The producers made them throw it on there, and people were pissed. I spent $22 for 2 songs,
Right.
Yeah.
and so that kind of just ruined the whole. Buy a whole CD, but I
All
didn't
the
mind the CD because
filler crap.
I like finding stuff that
I like
not
to
everyone
read
heard.
the The lyrics
The
and like the
insert.
notes, like the notes from the band and stuff. A lot of times that was cool, or to see the artwork and
That's
stuff.
why so many groups now they don't have to do albums.
No, you just drop a track. That's all you have to do.
We're going down the AOL memory lane today. Thanks, guys.
Time for KRBE's Roula and
Rest in
Ryan
peace,
show to
Elwood
tell
Edwards.
you what's going down in
I
H-Town.
thought I'd do something fun. I wanted to look up different activities that each one of you would enjoy over the weekend. So I found some fun things that you might want to check out. Eric,
Is
you're
it a great new pillow for me to sleep, Ryan?
Well, I know you just want sleep.
That pillow guy that Kevin
Okay.
used to do commercials for.
Oh, yeah.
Stop! I didn't know at the time that he was the.
Anyway, what did you get for Eric?
Okay, sorry.
Okay, I'll stop
Okay, for
myself.
Eric, I know you love the hair metal, Dr. Feelgood.
Oh, yeah.
It's a cover band, Motley Crue cover band. They're going to be playing
Where?
Eighth Wonder.
I like Eighth Wonder.
Is that a twofer?
6
Sandy
to
and her
8.
brew on.
Yes,
Right,
Y'all,
I'll
I
bring
actually-
Misty and the baby.
I went online and I listened to them. They sound more like Motley Crue than
probably-
Motley Crue
probably
does.
better.
Yeah,
Wow.
because their singer can't sing
Sam, do you know
anymore.
who Motley Crue is?
I'm sure I have a band tee. Yep.
Okay.
My
I
daughter
have a
wears
tee.
my band tee from, that was the first concert I ever went to, was Dr. Feelgood tour. From Motley Crue.
I found something
I give
for
it
you,
to her.
Sam.
That's cool.
Tomorrow is Puptopia, the Puptopia Festival at St. Arnold's Brewing. So it's free with an RSVP. You can bring
You go
your
there a lot.
dog.
I do.
And you get a full day of fun, including a genuine pup playground, canine lounge, dog performances, and more.
How fun.
So that's actually from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m.
It's like animal tricks, whatever David Letterman used to do.
Oh, yeah. Stupid pet tricks.
Stupid pet tricks. They used to be human tricks. That's funny.
Is that what they're going to do? What kind of tricks?
I don't know.
You have to go
I
and
guess
find
you
out.
have to
gotta go and find out.
See what kind of tricks.
Let's go.
Kevin, for you, I know you like some of that dark, like 80s industrial music. They have the Rhythm Fest this weekend at Warehouse Live. You've got everybody from Nitzer Ab
That's Reb.
to Front
I don't know who
242.
Nitzer
Ab is. In the chant.
Man to Man, Microchip League, New York,
What?
New York.
Are
Remember
you-
that
wait, I bet it's Saturday night when I have to spin at that wedding.
It's Friday and Saturday.
Oh.
Oh.
What a night.
When's
Yeah.
Nitzer Reb?
Yeah.
When they're gonna be-
Nitzer Ab.
chant.
Join in the chant. Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought you'd find that fun. You don't have to be poor anymore. I won't finish the
You're going
rest
to have
of
me
that.
looking up things I can't spell.
look up Nitzer Ab.
How do you
Nitzer
spell
Ab.
that? Anybody know how to spell it?
NITZEREBB. Nitzer Ebb. And Roula, for you, the only thing I could find close to you is like the Fab Four. I've seen this band before, the Beatles tribute.
Hey, you like the Beatles?
It's House of Blues. Y'all, they're amazing. It is so freaking amazing. And even do like a John Lennon set. He comes out, the rest of the Beatles leave the stage, and this guy, they all look and sound so much like him. And he does Imagine.
I bet it'd be a fun crowd, too.
It's a good
You got
show.
Parents bringing their kids that they want them to get into the Beatles, or
Well, is it 21 and up? I assume if it's a House
It
of
is.
Blues
like, you
show.
can't bring a 20.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't know if it is. I'd have to check that out. But
If
that's
it's a
at House
nighttime
of
show,
Blues.
usually House of Blues is a 21 and
Yeah.
up.
Oh, really?
So,
I think so, yeah. Because I think I went to the Go-Go's. I thought it was 21 and up. That was
And
years ago.
if you've got like a little kid, they're also having the Children's Festival, the Barnyard Bash at Cynthia Mitchell Woods
There
Pavilion.
you go, Sam.
Oh, the
And-
Children's Festival is this weekend
Yeah,
in
it's
the
this
Woodlands?
weekend.
Wait,
Yeah,
is
so-
it the Houston Children's Festival or
No,
is it a
No,
Children's Festival?
It's
That was
called
usually during tax season.
It's called
Oh, I was gonna
Barnyard
say.
Bash at Cynthia Mitchell Woods, and they're going to have performances by Peppa Pig on the main stage. They've got all sorts of activities.
Damn, how'd they afford her?
Toddler
Peppa
fun. Yeah, all
Peppa
sorts of
Pig.
things.
Is she like slumming it?
All the way
because,
from
that's
London or
really
whatever?
expensive
Starts from
to come
10 a.m.,
here.
goes to 5 p.m., and then Sunday noon to 4.
Nice.
So lots of fun things to do.
She has the penthouse suite at the Marriott, the Waterway. That's reserved for Peppa Pig. I'm sorry.
No bacon
George.
allowed on this floor.
George. Bum, bada, bum,
You would
bum,
hope
bada, bada, bum, bum. Okay, coming up next, Special K's got a prank call, or is it telemarketer turnaround, or what is it? Robocall? Is it all three in one?
No, just an outright prank call with a sewage situation. Imagine if you worked on, say, the 8th floor and you were dripping down to the 7th floor.
It would suck if you're on the 7th.
Yep.
Toilets
I'm a
or
sue.
sinks? Sinks in the kitchen or toilets in the bathroom?
You'll find out.
Oh, Lord. Okay, let's hear it next on the Roula and Ryan Show.